Well, who do I want to make mad today? I'm gonna give you a Naruto hot take. My hot take is... Yo, what's up, YouTube? We here with some anime hot takes. But going off the title of the video, this says it's the worst anime takes of all time. So yeah, we're gonna go see how terrible these hot takes are. And at the end, I think I'm gonna drop my own hot take of mine. Yeah, some fatter to that one. But I ain't finna hold it up with no long intro. Let's get straight into it.
Oh wow, it's been such a long time. I think it's finally time for another hot takes video. Let's see what we got.
Naruto's not no damn revolutionary.
I don't think Krillin beat Nami, man. Like,
I am now thoroughly convinced he's not a good writer.
Literally how it feels. Reading hot takes from Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, TikTok.
As the title suggests, we are back with some more hot takes. The concept is pretty self-explanatory, so we are diving right into them. So grab your popcorn, sit back, and get ready to drop your IQ by a couple points. Because some of these takes should get these people investigated. I'm thoroughly convinced there's a comprehension epidemic that plagues our population, and it'll only get worse from here. And of course, seriously, let's not send any hate to these creators, because we don't move.
Of course, no hate to any of these people in this video with their potentially terrible take. That's the main issue when I feel like it comes to people watching shows, is that they watch it, but they don't, people not comprehending what they watch. And that's the result of a lot of people just misunderstanding or misinterpreting a lot of things.
That around here.
If Krillin was on Earth, would he have stopped Omni-Man?
no, I don't believe so. I don't think so. I mean, Viltrumites.
That's not really...
Pause right there. What does being savage even mean in this fight? We already glazing Viltrumites and we're barely 20 seconds into the take. These Viltrumites...
We're comparing Saiyans to Viltrumites.
Be wild animals with rabies. It doesn't matter. At this point in the Dragon Ball franchise, any participant in the Tournament of Power for Universe 7 can destroy the planet thousands of times over. And I'm very familiar with your game, Omni-Man, so you can't fool me. A lot of these Invincible fans will point to the time Omni-Man destroyed, and I want to emphasize the air quotes around destroyed, a planet in season 1. First off, he ain't destroyed the entire planet. He just murked everyone there. There's a difference. If all humans wiped out but Earth was still present, you wouldn't say Earth was destroyed. Also, this man grew a full beard by the time it was over. So
low tier Dragon Ball characters can hang with the high tiers of the Invincible verse. This
must have taken him a minute for him to actually do it relative to Flax and time. If that means he destroyed the planet, then I don't even know what we're doing here anymore.
You don't think Krillin beat...
One crazy feat though, I remember that one scene in Invincible where Omni-Man was he like standing on like a black hole or something? He did some crack shit
Nami Man
in the
I
show,
don't think
but
Krillin beat Nami, man. Like, he gon'
yeah, over Krillin is crazy.
His head and just,
The disrespect this man is giving my guy Krillin is insane. Hey man, I understand that Krillin was getting the brakes beaten off of him a lot in DBZ, but that doesn't change the fact that he was getting stronger throughout the series. In case you don't know what power creep is, allow me to give you a little lesson. As the series progresses and main characters get stronger, some villains or past characters eventually fall behind in strength. So even though we know during the Namek Saga, Frieza was way stronger than Krillin, if Tournament of Power Krillin were to enter into the Namek Saga, he'd be the strongest character easily. That's just how crazy Dragon Ball power creep can get. Also, Krillin is probably just a better fighter than Omni-Man due to his martial arts background.
I still think he would make an example out of the Invincible universe.
as in,
he beating the shit out of Omni-Man in my mind.
whoa.
This man impound knows ball. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this superpowered J. Jonah Jameson couldn't even catch an elderly man pressing a button. He's not touching Krillin. One destructo disc. Bro, who am I kidding? One punch and Krillin accidentally wipes Omni-Man off the face of the earth. Next take.
Naruto's not no damn revolutionary. The ruling body said we're gonna kill your brother, and Naruto's response was to beg for his life.
You know, some people always say that opinions can't be wrong, but whoever said that is dumb as brick.
Yeah. Whoever said
We
that.
should all learn that people are entitled to their own opinion, but that opinion can be wrong. Very wrong. Now, the entire video's purpose was to compare the big three's MCs and talk about who's the best written between them. I'm not gonna get into that because that's purely subjective, and he had good points in the fact that there's no reason to really compare them because they all have such different roles in their respective world.
Facts. Now, personally, see, in later videos, when I start to, because this is really gonna be the first vid on the channel, but once I start to talk way more about more shows, you'll start to get my take and my opinion. But I think, for one, all three of these characters are really great characters. I'm not a One Piece fan. I know, right? Might as well just say that out the gate. I'm not a One Piece fan. But Luffy seems cool. I like Luffy. I think I've only watched the first 60 to 70 episodes of One Piece so far. So, I mean, comparing that to watching a lot of other shows, that's a lot of episodes. But in One Piece terms, that's nothing. But Luffy's a great character. Same with Ichigo. I think Ichigo can get a lot of hate, a lot of unnecessary hate, but I'm not gonna act like he's my my favorite character either. But from a writing perspective, these are all three great characters. And yeah, if you can't see that they serve all different roles in their respective shows, then yeah, that's a comprehension issue.
On a specific point he made, Naruto is not a revolutionary, which is a new take I've never seen before. Do we know what a revolution?
Once again, Naruto isn't the guy that changed his whole village. Guy who brought world peace isn't a revolutionary.
Even is? A revolutionary is a person who works for or engages in political revolution. I know a lot of people just can't comprehend this, but Naruto's goal is to stop the cycle of hatred in the shinobi world. It's not about hard work beating talent or whatever people try to push. This was the main message of Naruto since the first arc. Y'all thought Naruto was just yapping about it being messed up for ninjas to be used as tools? No, this man dead wanted to change that and all of the other messed up things in the shinobi world. And he does this by becoming Hokage. Some can say that he failed as Hokage, but I just say that you're flat out wrong if you—
No. What you mean no one can say Naruto failed at. He's objectively probably the best Hokage. To say that Naruto failed as Hokage is just objectively wrong. What?
Believe that the villagers in the world have seen a lot more improvement as a result of Naruto helping bring political change across the villages. There's no more tension between the Kages anymore. Kids don't have to become shinobi for the villages to fight in wars. But because he begged for Sasuke's life, he can't be a revolutionary. This one moment nullifies all of the change and revolution Naruto brought as Hokage.
Naruto saving Sasuke was literally all part of Naruto's character. Naruto couldn't see himself becoming Hokage if he couldn't save Sasuke. In a different world where Naruto has to kill Sasuke, Naruto doesn't become Hokage, or is a way different Hokage.
Come on, bruh. Just because someone isn't straight up declaring war on the world government doesn't mean that they are not revolutionists or trying to fight for change. One can oppose the system that's in place in different ways.
A controversial debate within the anime community is if Masashi Kishimoto, the creator of Naruto, is even a good writer. I am now thoroughly convinced he's not a good writer.
Oh wow, another bad Naruto take. But let's really look at that
Kishimoto's
word,
not
bad.
a good writer. You can have your critiques and you can definitely judge him as a writer, but to say objectively he's a bad writer, when you have so many other terrible mangaka out there, that's
B-A-D. It rhymes with other words like mad, ad, had, dad, pad, etc. I think it's also interesting that all these words also have 3 letters in each of them. You know what else has 3 of something? A triangle, which has 3 sides. There are also 3 different types of triangles: scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. Triangles also make up something called a 5-cell, a 4th dimensional triangle. Have you noticed what I'm doing yet? I'm doing the same thing that the guy in this video is doing. I'm yapping. That's all some of these content creators be doing. I don't know why, but there are always people who get so invested into something that they believe they have enough credibility to distinguish what's good and bad. This man said it was a debate to wonder if Kishimoto was a good writer. Give me a break. You can see this.
And yeah, like you can, like I said, you can definitely critique and judge someone's work, definitely. But saying it's a difference between not liking it and saying it's bad. Like, you cannot like Naruto, but objectively, the way Kishimoto is able to create so many beloved characters, be so inspirational to all of their, new gen anime, and to just inspiration. Yeah, like I said, you could have your critiques and criticisms of the author, but to say that it's bad, it's crazy. Like, I'm not a big JoJo's fan, I'll be honest. And I already know I'm gonna get I already know there's gonna be certain people mad at that, but I would never go and say that the manga or the author is bad. Yeah, no. That's
Various
crazy.
amounts of things: sports, media, education, etc., where you see plenty of people calling a professional bad at their respective craft. You are allowed to criticize certain aspects of someone's craft, but to say they are outright bad at what they do is beyond stupid. You can't write a series that millions know and love and say that the writer is bad. If the writing was so butt cheeks, it wouldn't get that popular or be a part of Shonen Jump. Everyone will be able to see it from a mile away. Naruto is one of the most iconic anime in the world, but since some of y'all took a literary class in high school, you think you can call all of the writing bad. The actual reasoning for this guy calling it bad is also extremely stupid. The first thing he talks about is specific moments in the story that make him question Kishimoto's abilities. And let me tell you, if certain moments in the story that can be seen as questionable writing is the sole reason why someone is a bad writer, then we can apply similar logic to other things. Anytime Stephen Curry misses a 3, we can diminish his status as the best shooter and call him a bad one.
If that's the case, then majority, if not all anime, will be bad at that point.
Beast has a couple videos that don't get 100 million views, we can call him a bad YouTuber. I think you see the point that I'm getting at. These guys wouldn't be at the top of their respective crafts if they weren't good at it. Another reason he talked about is that the editor suggested Kishimoto some ideas, the main one being Sasuke. So because the editor did their job, we are now taking away from the main author. Editors always help their mangaka. It's their job. If they weren't helping them, why would they be there? Also, are we now saying that the editor...
Don't most mangaka have an editor? If not all? Yeah, if you ever think it's just like completely one mangaka working on a shonen series, then I mean, it's never just one person.
Bro, all of those parts in Naruto with Sasuke? No! Kishimoto still had to be the one writing it. Bro, some of y'all really don't know how writing works. The guy in the video is using a flawed perspective to look at it all. We know that a lot of Shippuden is Naruto trying to save Sasuke, but it's not like these ideas were fully fleshed out from chapter 3. The editor didn't know how big of a role Sasuke will play in the series. None of them did. There are a lot of moving parts in creating a full-fledged story where new ideas are created or original ideas are scrapped as the series progresses. So it's BS to say that the editor was working overtime and saved Kishimoto. Next take, you need to tell them to subscribe. Oh yeah, subscribe if you're new and you're enjoying the video. On to the next take, which is, oh my gosh, it's from a TikTok live again. I've seen this list going around a lot, and it's pretty mid to say the least. Yet I've seen multiple creators try to defend it. From what I can gather, this list is basically talking about...
Hold on, let's take a look at hold on. We gotta take a look at this list. Hardworking versus gifted. The fact that these are in 2 different categories is already a bit disingenuous, because I can already tell by looking at the list, there are a lot of characters that can be gifted and hardworking at the same time. Like, I'll argue literally everyone in Gifted is hardworking. Literally everyone in Gifted is hardworking. And I want to say more. Okay, let's just go through the list one by one. Luffy, don't know. Saitama, hardworking, yeah. Dude from Blue Lock, don't know. I could see Itadori in the corner. Itadori, yeah, he's hardworking. He's gifted as well, though. He's gifted and extremely hardworking. Sanji, or I'm assuming that's Sanji. Either way, I don't have not that far in One Piece. Gone, yes. Hardworking. Gifted, I would say he's Gone definitely obviously had a lot of potential. They said that in pretty much every arc of Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, he's gifted and hardworking. Not saying Gojo doesn't work hard, but the fact that you put Gojo in hardworking and not gifted is crazy. If we're gonna separate these categories, put these characters in categories. Haven't finished Full Metal, but Ed, yeah, he seems pretty hardworking. He has that work ethic. Yeah, literally everyone in gifted is hardworking. I don't know what the
characters who are considered hardworking and those who are simply gifted. If we're all being completely honest, a lot of these characters are probably some mix of both to an extent. So the list should actually be more like a spectrum. But ignoring that idea, some of these classifications are just dumb. Why is Gojo in hardworking when he's admitted that most of Jujutsu sorcery is just raw talent?
That's what I'm...
Sure, Gojo trained is limitless, but he was already born broken. Curse users were shivering their timbers when they saw Gojo walking in the street. Throughout most of hidden inventory, That's
why I was gonna say that. Yeah, if anything, Gojo's more gifted than hardworking. As I want JJK fans attacking me, no, Gojo's hardworking. Gojo is hardworking. I do think so.
Portrayed to be the prodigy who was just really strong without having to train like someone getting ready for badminton. So I'd personally say that this man is more gifted than hardworking. Another one who I think is wrong is Goku. I'm not gonna say that Goku is the definition of hard work.
Yeah, putting Goku and gifted is crazy. For one, I don't like how just because Goku is a Saiyan, meaning he's gifted, we know in Dragon Ball Saiyans aren't even like the strongest of their verse. There are a lot of races that can hang with and or beat Saiyans. Not to mention he was a low class Saiyan. He was the weakest of the Saiyans. When he was born, he wasn't expected to be anything. Wasn't expected to be shit. Goku is literally the definition of hardworking. I don't think we even go. The one thing that Akira Toriyama is good with, we never ever see Goku go too long without training. And I'll say some of y'all should go back and rewatch Dragon Ball because Goku goes under very unique, different training. I mean, the guys had like 5 different masters at this point.
But he's pretty dang close to it. A lot of people just forget that Saiyans are not super strong off the bat. They have to train to get a lot stronger. I feel like there's this warped perception on the progression of Saiyans in the series and that they get super strong super quickly. That's something Frieza's race does when Frieza does like 3 push-ups and unlocks a new form on par with Super Saiyan Blue. These two are like anomalies compared to the average Saiyan on planet.
Like, how can you say Goku is gifted in a world with people like Frieza, the gods, just people like Jiren and Moro, just so many other strong, powerful races out there.
Vegeta. They've just been fortunate enough to train with gods and have a bunch of resources to help their progress. Goku and Vegeta ain't get all this power overnight. All of these forms they're unlocking and mastering still require a good amount of training to even attain. Also, I know Goku as a kid was more of a prodigy.
literally most, if not all, their abilities they train in hard. Like I don't see how the show can, because it's not like it's off screen training. Like Goku's training like every arc, so I just don't get
But as the
where
series
we
progressed, I feel like the hard work aspect kind of overtook that idea. But for a quick second, I wanted to return to the topic of TikTok lives and just any type of conversation in general. If you ever see these prove me wrong type of lives, I'd recommend that you just don't join them. You will not be on equal grounds when you try to make points. What I mean by that is that they have all the power and will definitely have some disingenuous arguments and then boot you afterwards.
How is Gojo hardworking?
Okay, so did he train to perfect Limitless?
He did train to perfect Limitless, but did he not from like...
Thank you. You definitely trying to perfect Limitless.
Hey man, I don't lie, it's low-key funny to spectate if you turn off your brain a bit. It's clearly some sort of engagement method, so they got it. I just say if you genuinely want to talk about the topic, go to neutral grounds where you can actually get off points. Next statement.
I just feel like the top few speedsters in JJK can run with Naruto characters, bro.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna open the comments and y'all gonna think I'm a Naruto laser, man.
For real, they're gonna do the same with me. See, I'm not the most well versed in the JJK. Like, I watch JJK. I love JJK. I'm not the best when it comes to JJK power scaling. Really not the best when it comes to any show where it comes to power scaling. But to say JJK characters can compete with the top speedsters in Naruto,
And I promise I'm not. This was not done on purpose. I won't get on this guy's head again too much because it's just being ignorant. And there's nothing wrong with being ignorant. It just means that you don't know something. And there's nothing really wrong with that. JJK is the series that's popping off right now. So I understand people thinking that the verse is stronger than it actually is. However, these guys are nowhere near the speed of other characters in different series. For example, in One Piece, a casual feat for them is dodging light beams, something that JJK characters could only dream of doing. The Toji running on water is cool and all, but
they're fast, don't get me wrong, but I don't think as far as the anime goes right now, even characters like Sukuna and Gojo, even with their top speed feats, I don't even see them. I honestly don't even see them being faster than KCM1. And even, I think even me comparing the speed of like Sukuna to KCM1 Naruto is even crazy. Like they're fast, but I think this misconception comes from animation and just not understanding just JJK power scaling. Inverse, same thing with Naruto. Like, since the animation nowadays makes the characters look like they're moving way crazier than they actually are. I know that might be a hot take right there, but in the sense of, they animated this character to look this fast, so it's like the same thing with people saying Rock Lee is like faster than Jonins. I've heard that. I heard when it comes to Rock Lee, people love to glaze that man, which I understand. I love Lee, but even people be like, Lee can run as fast as the freaking Raikage and stuff. It's like, bruh, y'all, I think it was animation tricked y'all. One character can be moving faster than another, but if they animate it in a way where one character looks faster in one scene compared to another, then it makes you think that, this character is faster than. But comparing another character's speed to another in two completely different shows always gets complicated.
Nowhere near as fast as some of these Naruto characters. To give you perspective, apparently Haku was moving at light speed between these mirrors, and Kid Naruto and Sasuke were fighting him during the first arc. But in case that isn't believable, Kakashi was able to cut lightning from the sky with Chidori, and there are way more characters who are stronger and faster than this version of Kakashi.
Yeah, that's another thing. they'll give statements to a scene, or yeah, something will be animated one way, and then they'll say like, "Oh, this character is moving faster than the speed of sound." So now you actually have like feats and things to compare it to.
Basically, a bunch of Naruto characters are way faster than any JJK character. This image that was going around a while back about Toji versus the Sasuke Retriever arc was really just a setup for Toji. This man is getting bodied.
Toji versus the Sasuke Lee by himself might be able to beat Toji, let alone the entire Sasuke retrieval team. Lee by himself might be able to beat Toji.
Along with 80% of the JJK verse. Next take. Hey man, we're not even going crazy long on this one. Everyone, laugh at this guy.
Wait, what did you say? Yeah, be back. My Hero Academia made anime mainstream, and I refuse to let y'all revise history like it didn't. Crunchyroll owns My Hero everything. Low-key, I mean, I agree. My Hero did definitely helped in a push for anime mainstream. So yeah, definitely anime.
Hey man, we're not even going crazy long on this one. Everyone, laugh at this guy.
Definitely more known to the public.
But all jokes to the right, I think this take can be both bad and good depending on your definition of mainstream. Personally,
I'll never forget. I was one time in class and there was this girl that was making fun of anime, and as she was talking about it, she was like, "No, there's only like one anime that I'll give a try, and this is My Hero. And I've been seeing clips of that, and I think that one might look good, but no, I don't like anime. All other anime suck." And I was just like, "Oh, you're willing to watch My Hero?"
I think anime was made mainstream by My Hero mainly because it wasn't as niche as people may say. However, I will give My Hero props as it had about a 3-year stretch where it was scorching hot and was everywhere. I also feel like we saw the same type of popularity with other anime preceding My Hero with Demon Slayer and JJK. These three helped usher in a new age of anime fans, and due to how easy each of them are to pick up, so many more people were able to pick up anime as a result. Also, I think a certain global pandemic and content creators caused a lot more people to pick up anime and perceive it as normal. So you can say that My Hero played a role in making anime mainstream to an extent, but let's not act like other anime and factors didn't have something to do with it. Alright, this part is new. It's gonna be a lightning round where I look at...
Yeah, you can give praise to My Hero, but let's not take away JJK's influence. You know, Chainsaw Man. You know, all the other new gens.
Some of the hot takes that you guys commented down below the last hot takes video. So I'm gonna be reading off some and see how stupid or correct they really are. Off rip, we got some very foolish Demon Slayer takes. I'm noticing a lot of Demon Slayer fans are rising from the dead again since the anime released a new season and the Infinity Castle arc looks to be
nothing but fucking gas.
The first one is, one of my friends told me that Muzan solos Frieza because his hacks, regen, are supposed...
Now this one might be rage bait. One of my friends told me that Muzan solos Frieza because of his hack, regen, are supposedly better than Frieza's durability since Frieza can't heal on his own. I'm gonna lie. Your friend set you up for that one.
Better than Frieza's durability since Frieza can't heal on his own. Well, first off, I was told that you surround yourself with people who are like you, and your friend seems to be insane, so I hope that's not an indication of you. We need to really stop with our Dragon Ball hot takes because no one has watched or read the series. It's very clear. Frieza will dead blow the planet if he has to, but he wouldn't even need to do that because he'll just keep...
Man. Frieza literally fucks Demon Slayer.
beaming Muzan till he's nothing. Muzan can't even survive in the sun, so he might just get Yoriichi PTSD when he sees a supernova. I'm not even gonna talk about this Yoriichi versus Goku take. Yajirobe probably takes this guy's lunch money, to be honest. We got another take about Toji beating Maharaga because Toji has no cursed energy, so Maharaga shouldn't have anything to adapt to in theory. In case you ain't know, my king, 8-handled sword, Divergent Scylla, Divine General Maharaga will adapt to strong punches and kicks. Maharaga can adapt to any and all phenomena, so that means he'll eventually adapt to the speed and strength of his opponent. I don't know if Toji got anything that can straight up one-shot Maharaga, so in my opinion, Megumi's trap card will win this one. Another take I saw was
Toji versus Magura is a good one. And I like Toji more. Maguraha seems I don't know. I think if the battle drags, Makuraha wins. And I think the battle will drag. I don't think Toji could. If Toji, like, takes the fight seriously from the beginning, maybe.
Related to Luffy being just a brawler and not having any skill whatsoever. I think this take derives from people seeing a bunch of other Shonen MCs learning every single fighting style under the sun and perceiving that as the only way to have skill. Luffy has a lot of skill, it just looks different. I've talked about this in other videos, but Luffy's fruit is not easy to control and it took a while for Luffy to master it. So as far as I'm concerned, Luffy perfectly controlling a Gum Gum pistol is a good amount of skill in my book. Sure, he may not be doing all these grappling techniques or fighting styles, but calling him just a brawler is just being dishonest. And finally, what the?
Plan on getting around to it one day though. I forgot what episode I left off on. I'm still in the beginning. This One Piece journey it's been a long one and it's going to be an even longer one.
Allergy slander? Yeah, we good off of that. Mineta's only character trait for like 3 seasons was him being a perv, although Sanji can be weird at times. Oh my gosh, bro, lock in. We all know that he does respect women with chivalry, and he has a bunch of other things to his character, unlike Mineta, like his passion for cooking. Wherever this take originated from, please don't compare this fodder bum to someone with actual character. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, man, and hopefully you didn't lose too many brain cells. I don't know if the takes were as bad as the last video, but let's be honest, that isn't saying too much. The bar for that is just so low. With that being said, have a great day, and peace out.
Hey, but yeah, that was the video, man. Shout out to Olamasama. Yeah, these were the worst takes of all time. Yeah, some of the worst takes of all time. Now, to give y'all my anime hot take to end this video off. Man, who do I want to make, man, today? I think I'm going to give y'all a Naruto hot take. My hot take is Sasuke's the best character in Naruto. Hands down. Easily the best character in the whole entire franchise. Not just Boruto, everything. Sasuke is the best. Better than Itachi, better than Minato, better than Naruto, better than whoever. Argue with your mama. But hey, man. Anyway, man, great video. Check out Olamasama. I hope I said that right. But check him out. He's made some great videos. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.